Should you franchise your business? Well, we discussed 4 factors you need to evaluate: industry, unit economics, capital, and your goals as a founder. And last video, we discussed industry, how your brand fits in at the consumer level, how it fits in the franchise world. Today, it's unit economics. This is the big one. This is the most important. The reality is, and after helping franchisors for over 25 years, franchise systems don't fail because founders can't sell franchises. They fail because franchisees can't make money, or they're not achieving the economic goals they expected. So as we dive into unit economics, let's evaluate this factor and make sure your future franchisees that they could perform and achieve their goals. Unit economics, the single most important factor in franchising, a term that's used all the time. And what does it mean? It's the financial performance of your business. As a founder who's entering the franchise world, it's the financial performance of your current location or your current service territories. It's your sales, it's your profitability, it's your labor costs, it's your cost of goods sold, it's your profitability factors, how sustainable it's been, what your performance has been over time. So it's your financial performance. But when you enter the franchise world, the math that your future franchisees are going to be performing, they're going to look at it through a different prism. Your franchisees, they'll be entering a new market with a new ramp-up phase, with customers getting to know the brand. They're going to have higher expenses, financing costs, build-out expenses, and they're going to have higher expenses that are paid to you. As a franchisee, they're going to be paying royalties, brand development fund fees, so they're going to have higher expenses than you have right now. So when we talk about unit economics, we're going to talk about franchisee math as they evaluate the performance of your business now. What does the potential look like for them when you consider a new market, other expenses, ramp-up phase? It needs to work for them. It needs to generate a good ROI. So what do healthy franchises look like from a unit economic perspective? Well, think about a couple of things. When a franchisee buys a franchise, they have economic expectations, and they could vary. Some are buying because of a lifestyle. Some are buying because they want an income replacement business, and some want to build a legacy. As a franchisor, you need to align your franchise opportunity. Are you a high build-out, high-expense business, retail, restaurant, significant investment where your franchisees, they're going to be looking at a minimum to replace their income and potentially build a legacy? Are you a lower startup cost service business, home-based business where maybe a franchisee feels passionate about the product or service? Maybe they're just looking to supplement their income. So number one factor you need to align is, what are the economic expectations your future franchisees will have? Next, evaluate your estimated investment. From a franchise buyer perspective, well, their goals, whether it's income replacement, legacy building, they're going to be investing capital. They're expecting some type of return. How long does it take a franchisee to generate a return on their investment? How long does it take them to recoup their initial investment? And are they achieving the goals they're seeking out to? If it's to replace income, how long does that take? What does a healthy franchise system look like? Well, it's aligned with franchisee expectations. It's not over-promising. Hopefully, it's going to exceed the expectations, and it's going to give them clarity on what they should expect as a franchisee. Sales potential, profitability potential, how long it could take them to recoup the investment, and what that looks like. If you focus on those factors, you're going to have an advantage over so many other franchisors. And right now, as you evaluate, should you franchise your business, take a moment to evaluate your business itself. If everything aligns for your franchisees, their investment, their return on investment expectations, their lifestyle goals, whether income replacement or legacy building, does it align? If it doesn't align, well, then you shouldn't franchise your business. And if it does, then we're going to get into the next factors. Why is this also critically important? Again, selling franchises is not the goal. It's building a thriving, strong franchise system, and that comes from performing franchisees. Franchisees who are happy, who are achieving their goals. And what sells franchises are existing franchisee validation. In the franchise world, too many new franchisors overlook this. There's a validation loop. What sells franchises? Current franchisees who are performing well, who validate, tell other potential buyers, hey, I would do this again. I'd buy this franchise again. This was a great investment for me. this matched my expectations. You just sell franchises to franchisees that don't perform or aren't satisfied, you're never going to build a franchise system. Also, you're not going to align with even your moral obligations on onboarding franchisees. The validation loop is critical. It's part of your unit economics. As a new franchisor, you should only be selling a few franchises initially, building a validation base, having your franchisees perform well, and then that gets a cycle going. That gets the flywheel spinning. That's the foundational element in building a successful franchise system. So unit economic red flags. Well, one, if you're not outperforming your competition right now, right, there needs to be something special about your business, whether it's your brand, your service, your product delivery, your method of operating that you know and you feel, but is also validated by your performance, whether it's annual increases, sales performance, profitability. You need to outperform your competition. Two is the replication. If your business right now is dependent on you, if it's succeeding because of you, then you have a successful business, but maybe you don't have a future franchise system. And you need to be honest about that and evaluate whether or not you can build out team and whether future franchisees could replicate your business model. Third red flag is if you're a hometown brand and there's questions about whether or not consumers in other markets, in other expansion territories, whether they're going to adopt the brand and help your franchisees achieve their economic goals. We discussed previously industry, right? Is there opportunity in your space? And what does the competition look like in the franchise world? This video, it's unit economics, and it's the key to every franchise system, which is, can your franchisees achieve their economic goals? What do they look like? What's the estimated investment? What are the economic expectations about the business? And how well can they perform? The next video, well, it's about capital. As you franchise your business, you're entering a new business model. You're entering a new world. And of course, you need capital for franchising your business. And most important, not selling franchises, but onboarding and supporting your future franchisees.